Hey everybody, Alexa Ray here on the GameSpot War Room stage. I am here with Chad of Insomniac Games.
Hey there.
Hey, and we're going to take a look at the brand new Ratchet and Clank, which is a game based on a movie based on a game.
That's right. That's what we say about it, and it's actually totally true.
Cool. So this is a level that we've seen previously. We did a video last week. I got a chance to chat with you guys. Now, can you just talk a little bit more about the design philosophy behind the remaking, reimagining?
Yeah. Some of those work. I mean, when we started this game, we knew we never wanted to make it just like a remaster or an up-res. This was all about making a new game that tied into the upcoming feature film. So we had this great opportunity to make a game and film that were in sync in terms of telling like a deeper look at Ratchet and Clank's origin story. So, and both of them are based on elements of the PlayStation 2 original, but the game is just a ton of new stuff that's all designed to work well with the feature film, but also give kind of a unique and different perspective on the origin of the duo.
So I noticed there are a couple weapons in this game that were not in the first game.
Yes.
My favorite being the Groovey Tron, which I hope we have an opportunity to use very soon.
Yeah, the Groovey Tron was kind of a weapon that we came to during the Future series, and it's a fan favorite. I mean, we're in the mindset now that a Ratchet and Clank game ought to have a Groovey Tron because you ought to be able to see every enemy dance. There we go. Groovey Tron's coming now. So. Yeah, like we were able to really take a look at our arsenal over the years and kind of pick some of the best stuff and also combine them with some brand new weapons like the pixelizer that we're using right there.
Ooh, what's that from? That's from the film, right?
That's a brand new one for the game, and it turns enemies into explosive 8-bit pixels that then fly off into all directions with physics. So
awesome.
Yeah, we feel like we got the awesome power of the PlayStation 4 and then immediately did a retro thing with it just because we couldn't help ourselves.
How different has it been developing this game for PlayStation 4 than it has for previous console generations? I know everyone that I talk to who's making a PS4 game always talks about its power. Yeah. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, to us it means we can do things we always wanted to, like have just an insane draw distance with the city. This is a Lero city, which we call Metropolis a lot in other games, and it has always been about all of this density of traffic and extremely long views, and in this game we've been able to realize it as kind of a real space a lot more than we ever could before. Also, we can do things with shaders that are brand new for us. I mean, Ratchet and Clank's always been about like shiny surfaces.
Oh yeah.
Now those surfaces are like really reflective and really reacting to the sun and light accurately. And
you've got the voice actor for Ratchet is James Arnold Taylor.
Correct, yes. James
Awesome.
Arnold Taylor was not in the first game, but he's in this one. So it's kind of like Ratchet having the right character based on what we've learned over the years for his origin story.
Awesome. So this is, I'm noticing there's a lot of, to me it feels like the original game, but it's not. So what was the biggest challenge in reimagining? I keep wanting to say reboot. Can we call it a reboot?
I guess that's an okay way to think of it. It is definitely, getting back to the roots of Ratchet and Clank in a lot of ways.
Okay.
But, if you play the first game now on the PlayStation 2, the controls are very different. Like, it was kind of figuring out third-person shooter controls in a lot of ways. Like, this was sort of the dawn of time as far as that's concerned in a lot of ways. But over the years, we've really modernized the control scheme. So now we have strafing, and we have much better ease in and out on the reticle, like all these things that you sort of expect from playability in a modern shooter or things that we've added to the games over the years. So we were able to bring all of that, like kind of everything that we've learned over 10 Ratchet games and put it back into this one and kind of say, like, here's the first look at Ratchet and Clank again with now all of the best stuff that we've learned over the years.
So it's the ultimate Ratchet experience.
I think that's a good way to think of it, definitely.
Awesome. Now this, you were telling me, this is an area from the first game, but there's something very different.
That's right. This is Planet Gaspar, and if you see the section that we're playing through right now, this is real estate that will look familiar to players of the original game. Like the enemies that we're fighting, the play path, they're dancing to the Groovey Tron.
They're all dancing. It's so cute. Now we're going to murder them.
Everything, and yeah, that's right. nice dancing chompers. Now, I'm sorry, you have to die explosively. But yeah, so like you'll see that parts of this first section are familiar. Like the turret was here in the first game. Like a lot of this real estate has been carried over. But at the same time, we've got like a brand new area of the game that is based on exploration planets that we started using like in PS3 era Ratchet and Clank games.
Oh, wow.
Tools of Destruction. So And this is all like brand new stuff. So James is going to jump on the grind rail now. And this is into a brand new section of the level that wasn't in the original game. It's been completely designed for what we can do now. You know, this grind rail wasn't a part of the original game, so it's all of this, you know, brand new stuff that's kind of built to take advantage of, like, you know, we want to kind of show more detail about what's going on all the planets. The film handles a lot of things with montage or with sort of like implied action, and we're able to kind of dig in and really show like all the details of what's really happening, so you can fill in the gaps and kind of get the full story.
So it's sort of like, so it's not game based on a film based on a game. So it's sort of, it's the film, and you're sort of taking parts of it and just sort of expanding it. So this is the full experience.
That's a good way to think of it. It's kind of like two different points of view for the same big story beat. So they each give you something a little different. You know, the film goes into a lot of detail with characters and emotional arcs, and the game it's got that, but it's also getting into detail with the action on all the planets. So here we're talking to a Blarg scientist who's telling you that you can go and find brains from the telepathopuses that are like all over this planet's surface, and that's going to open up a lot more of the level if you can manage to complete his quest.
Oh wow! I just noticed Clank on his back,
Yeah.
super cute, just hanging out.
Yeah,
looking,
he does. He
looking
does
happy.
That. Yeah, he's paying attention. He'll put his 2 cents in occasionally, but he's always there when Ratchet needs him.
Oh my gosh!
And then we have Clank gameplay in this game a lot as well.
Oh yeah,
which wasn't in the first in such a detailed way. Like lots of different puzzle spaces and a whole lot of Clank action going on in the new Ratchet and Clank.
How do you approach when you're designing puzzles for Ratchet, and then when you're designing a puzzle for Clank? What is the major differences and challenges for you in terms of creating the two different experiences?
So, you know, Ratchet's all about using the weapons, and it's all about fast-paced action, whereas Clank is a lot more cerebral. So it's like, well, you know, how can we make a really good puzzle that's really going to like test your brain? It's kind of like trying to go back and forth fluidly between those two different sides of the coin, like visceral action to, you know, more cerebral puzzle solving. That's kind of what the deal is all about.
I love that pixelizer.
Yeah, there it is.
It's so good. So how do you?
No,
go ahead. Go for it.
No. This area is all. This is like a real open world gameplay section now. So James is going to go through and solve challenges and kind of collect brains as he goes. But you know, the more that he collects, he can go back to the Blarg scientist, and more of the level is going to open up.
Are there a lot of areas like this sort of scattered throughout the world?
Yeah, there are a lot of new ones. So we have several planets that are brand new that were never featured in the first game, but we also have planets that are from the first game that we revisit. And in all of those, there are revised gameplay setups that take advantage of the modern controls. But there are also brand new gameplay segments all over the thing as well. So we really get in and like in the first game, this was one of the smallest planets, and we always had big ideas for it that we couldn't realize. But in this one, we've been able to go back and really do what we wanted to do with it.
So you guys have put it sounds like a lot of work into this new game.
Yeah, that's a fair thing to say.
How long have you been working on it?
We've been working on it for a bit, and we started at the same time the film started.
Okay.
Which is, you know, another main thing to know. Like these two things have been really in sync, kind of co-developed and brought up together such that we could share models and set pieces and even, you know, writing, which is an unusual situation. Like that almost never happens, but it's been this really cool thing that we got to do for this one.
So it's not a movie tie-in game; it's a movie expansion game.
You could say that for sure. It's a complementary work to the film. The two of them are kind of designed to go together in every way.
Cool.
Oh, no, and now we're using the Jetpack. So this is a gadget that we brought into later games, like into the Nexus.
Yeah.
And now that we've earned it in Planet Gaspar, like we can get way up high and kind of go anywhere in the level. And
nice.
It opens up even more space.
You also added the weapon upgrade system into the Nexus.
Yep. That's correct. So weapons upgrade as you use them. They get better and better, but also you can spin your raritanium however you want.
Ooh.
So if you want to focus on damage, or if you want to focus on range, any of those things, you can make your weapon arsenal your own by spending your points.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
New look.
Yeah, it's something that, you know, we didn't get a chance to do in the first game. We came about it later in Ratchet titles, and again, it's just bringing all of our best stuff back to this one.
So what is your favorite thing about the new Ratchet and Clank?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to say that just the way we were able to handle all of the visuals the way we'd always wanted to. You know, we have certain looks in our heads. We've always wanted to make the game look like a CG film in every way, and I feel like for the first time we've been able to make things look, you know, truly shiny and resolved and
Truly shiny.
the full range of color and value that we've always wanted to see.
I love that. I love that pixelizer so much. I think it might be my favorite new thing.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah, we like the way it sounds, too. It's got this great, like, 8-bit sound effect that goes along with it. And I don't know.
awesome.
It brings back nostalgia while you're also, you know, killing enemies in a new way.
So this is what we're on right now is a side quest,
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
Can we expect many of those?
There are a lot of them, yeah. Yeah, you know, things that aren't required at all, that are just branching paths that you can go off on. That'll, you know, they'll enhance what you can do. They'll improve your weapons and your own XP, but you don't have to do it by any stretch.
Awesome. And this is this playable this week? At
It is.
E3?
It's playable on the show floor. We've got 2 different locations to show. We've got Aliro City, which is also called Metropolis, and we've also got Nebula G34, which has a boss battle with the Snaggle Beast there to play.
Now I heard that you can also make the bosses dance.
That's right.
With
Yeah.
the, like you can make everybody dance in this game.
Pretty much, if there's a thing, we make it dance, and we have to do it that way. Our animators love to make dance animations more than anything. It would be like me dancing if we didn't do that for some reason.
I can already see the YouTube videos of just dance montages.
Yep.
Can already
Pretty
see
much.
them.
That's what we want.
Cool. Is this the last one we need to get? The brain.
Yeah, I think he's going to be able to. Oh, he's got 11 more to pick up. Like there are a ton. Like it goes.
Oh wow,
on.
yeah, these are super involved.
It's a big level.
This is awesome. So how big would you say? If you could describe the entire world available to players in this game?
For the whole game, I mean, it's a full-size Ratchet and Clank game. So we're talking about 12 plus hours. We're talking about a whole lot of side things and a lot of replay and, you know, branching paths and all that stuff.
Cool. That's awesome. Well, this is the new Ratchet and Clank, a game based on a movie, based on a game.
Yep, that's it.
Coming in spring 2016 alongside the film.
That's it. Yep. all
Awesome.
true.
Thank you so much for stopping by and showing us this. Tune into GameSpot.com for news throughout the week. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.